Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, let's predict the price trend of Applied Digital stock. I am a swing investor, and I will not consider the price changes of a stock 1 month later. This channel only makes short-term price predictions for stocks, usually 1 to 3 weeks. Welcome to subscribe to this channel. Applied Digital stock has recently fallen below the consolidation trend, which makes bulls very passive. In the past week, the cumulative trading volume of the stock has further shrunk, which shows that the stock is still not supported by bullish forces. Even if there is long capital intervention, the cumulative amount of capital flowing into the market does not seem to be large. This means that the bulls of the stock are currently unable to continue to fight against the bears. Although there is still no significant rebound signal in the market, since the current price of the stock has lost 40% compared with the highest position in June. If the stock price falls further, there is a high possibility that long capital will intervene in the stock. However, due to the high resistance in the area above the current price of the stock, the rebound of the stock does not seem to be sustainable without major good news. We can see from the 30-minute chart of the stock. From June 23rd to July 2nd, the bulls tried to push up the stock price 3 times, but were suppressed by the bears. The stock price failed to break through the $11 level, and a large number of transactions were generated in the process. This shows that the selling pressure in the market is still very large. If the stock price rebounds, the $9.40 to $11 area will become the key resistance area of the stock, and the bulls are still likely to be suppressed by the bears here again. The volatility of the stock has weakened in the past 3 days, but the stock price continues to adjust downward. There seems to be no signal of price rebound in the intraday, and the trading volume has not increased significantly. This shows that the market is still very cautious. In this case, the stock price may still adjust further downward. Through the position distribution of the stock, we can see that the stock currently has a large number of positions in the $9.40 to $10.90 area. A large part of the positions in this area come from early June, but the bulls do not seem to have successfully blocked the bears in this area, and a lot of resistance has been formed in this area. If the bulls significantly raise the stock price, this will be a tough nut to crack. The stock still has a large number of positions distributed in the area below $8, which shows that there are also a large number of investors who are optimistic about the stock in the low area. But the negative thing is that the stock also has a large number of positions distributed in the area of $10.90 to $15.20, and the position volume in this area has not decreased significantly as the stock price adjusts downward. So even if the stock price rebounds, there is a high possibility that the bulls will be suppressed by the bears again. As the stock continues to adjust downward, we see some data. In the past 6 months, Applied Digital insiders have traded APLD shares on the open market 3 times. Among them, 0 times were bought and 3 times were sold. A total of 62,454 shares were sold. In the most recent quarter, 163 institutional investors added APLD shares to their portfolios, while 106 institutional investors reduced their holdings. This is a recent move by some institutional investors on APLD stocks. In the past 3 months, 11 analysts have tracked the stock and made ratings. Among them, the buy rating from analysts accounted for as high as 90.9%, which reflects that Wall Street analysts are still optimistic about the stock. The average price target for APLD stock from these analysts is $13.50, 46% above the current price. The highest price target for the stock is $18, and the lowest price target is $7. The stock's June surge was largely due to its long-term leases with CoreWeave. The AI hyperscaler signed 2 15-year leases for APLD's Ellendale data centers, with expected revenue of $7 billion. But CoreWeave stock has also recently adjusted sharply downward, which has also put Applied Digital stock, which relies on CoreWeave contracts, in trouble. APLD's focus on CoreWeave means that if investors buy APLD stock, they are also betting on CoreWeave. On June 10th, a Form 13G filing showed that CoreWeave had completely exited its ownership in Applied Digital. The filing confirmed that CoreWeave's beneficial ownership had fallen to 0%. APLD stock has subsequently continued to fall. Investors seem to be questioning whether this huge contract can really bring the promised benefits or even whether it can remain stable. The AI craze has not receded, and Nvidia's stock is still rising, but APLD and CoreWeave stocks have continued to adjust downward, indicating that investors are worried that the transaction of the two companies exposes the risk of overhyping unproven transactions. Although some investors are optimistic about the long-term potential of its AI data center strategy, APLD still needs to prove its sustainable and stable revenue capabilities. Before that, the stock is still under great pressure. Let's go back to the daily chart of the stock. Technically, the current performance of the stock does not seem optimistic. The resistance in the area above the current price of the stock is very large, and the accumulated funds flowing into the market recently do not seem to be much, which shows that investors' bullish sentiment has not yet recovered significantly. Of course, the stock may also experience a technical rebound, but strong resistance may force the stock price to reverse and fall again. We have also analyzed before that as long as the stock price rebounds above $9.40, the stock will enter the resistance area, and the bulls are likely to be suppressed by the bears again, so the stock may not be able to break through the $11 level in the short term. In short, I have not seen any signs of a sharp rebound in the stock yet. As for the target price, I set it around $7.50. Even if the stock price rebounds from the current position, there is still a high possibility that it will fall to $7.50. Okay, guys, this is my price prediction for Applied Digital stock. Thank you for watching. If you agree with my analysis, please share and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.